Hey, good morning, fellas. It's 6 something in the morning. That's one of my all-time favorite times of the day. I'll show you it. It's even though the birds are up, the sun's gonna come poking up right over there in the east over the Franklin Mountains. Let me get to the point. The point of this video is, I believe that they're trying to poison us, all of us. And I think after all of the articles that have been published, and I'm going to link, it's so nice out here. Anyways, I'm going to link some of the articles in there. One of them's from a 4-person podcast called the All In Podcast. And this is 4 billionaires talking about the same thing that Dr. Sean Baker is talking about. I'm talking about microplastics in literally our bloodstream. And how do I... Okay, maybe I won't. All right, let me see if I can get the one in the corner to light up. We moved a lot of furniture around. There we go. So... if you don't think that, since it's been out for a while, microplastics and all that kind of stuff, everybody that produces water bottles or anything that we eat or drink out of in plastic, which I actually remember saving up the dozen Coke bottles and returning them, or RC Cola bottles, and you return them so they could wash them out and reuse them. People are getting very sick and tired of being lied to about everything, and then finding out that the companies that are supposed to provide us with a product or service that's not intended to kill us, and then after the fact, after they prove that their product is killing us, do you hear any company, from Fiji Water on down to Walmart Water, Costco Water, or Sam's Club Water, do you hear any of those companies going, you know what, we don't want to hurt our customers or anything like that. We're going to transition to glass bottles. You don't hear shit about that, because they destroyed all of the infrastructure that helps manufacture, clean, and redistribute glass bottles. I no longer will drink. I bought and then now just microplastic. Now let's add in fluoride. Do any of you know that there's a literal class action lawsuit to have fluoride taken out of our water, taken out of our toothpaste, something we literally put inside our body, up around our face, and gums that can affect our brains. And now you go back to the jab, because I don't want to say what it really is, but if you got the jabs and successive jabs, it's killing young men from a heart attack. You've seen soccer players just drop dead. Guys are dropping dead all over the place. So I don't trust any of these guys anymore. Please consider throwing away any plastic cups you got. Don't eat or drink out of plastic. Go to one of the local Goodwills, or down here in El Paso, it's called Savers, and buy some glasses, and glass plates and ceramic plates or stuff like that. There's all kinds of toothpaste that's non-fluoride, doesn't have any fluoride in it, but you actually have to look for it. I found mine on Amazon. No, I'm not going to link it on there, because I don't want you to think I'm trying to sell you anything. And if you can't go out of your way to look up non-fluoride toothpaste online, then it is what it is. All right. Can you imagine a corporation knowing and then doing nothing about it? It's going to take the first attorney I find, and I'm going to spend probably the next week looking for an attorney or a law firm or anybody that's willing to start a class action lawsuit against these water bottle companies, these people who have to know by now that the microplastics in there, and you notice they're not making a lot of fucking noise right now either. And what they were talking about is they use a term called a ladder, which means it has evidently the microplastics have miniature holes in it, and the plaque that's inside of all of our veins attaches to it. It's easy for the plaque to attach itself to that piece of microplastic, and then you'll get a blockage. And they have proof. I'm not making this shit up. I just can't believe it. It just is so upsetting, and I'm going to do what I can to start some sort of lawsuit, at least a class action. Everybody drinks out of plastic water bottles. I know guys wandering around in the gym with them 1 gallon reused milk jugs with water, amino acids and stuff in it, and they knew. And if they say they didn't know, they have to know by now. And you don't see anybody going, hey, look, it's not our intention to try to kill all of you, so we're going to slowly transition over, and if you want to turn your water in, turn it back in, as long as it's sealed and the rest of that shit. That's just insane. Love you guys. Happy Sunday. Take care of each other if you can, and if you can't, you have to take care of yourselves. Like a fart in a G-string from West Texas, El Paso. I'm out of here. Bye-bye. I promise you I'll link in the description, at least 2. It's at the end of the last All-In podcast. By the way, these are 4 billionaires. 4 billionaires talking about this. And then I'll list a doctor, an actual medical doctor. If I'm not mistaken, he used to be an emergency room doctor, Dr. Sean Baker, and because he wouldn't get the jabs, they fired him and tried to ruin his life. All right? Like a fart in a G-string. From West Texas, El Paso. I'm out of here. Bye-bye.